woodchuck could chuck no amount of wood since a woodchuck can't chuck wood.
Hello Fluffy Tails, I'm the serious Squirrel and welcome to Monkey Island 2 LeChuck's Revenge Special Edition. That's a mouthful! Anyway, we're going to play this game because I've played the first one and some of you asked for the second one and I usually answer your calls, Fluffy Tails. So let's jump right into the game before I start rambling again, shall we? Click!
Guybrush Threepwood, you do turn up in the strangest places.
Hi, Elaine. Do you think you could help me out?
How did you get into this mess?
It's kind of a long story.
Oh, that's okay. I've got time.
Well, it all started on Scabb Island. Some of my admiring fans had pressured me into telling my LeChuck evaporating story once again.
Deep in the Caribbean, Scabb Island.
So I bust into the church and say, "Now you're in for it, you bilious bag of barnacle bait." And then LeChuck cries, "Guybrush, have mercy! I can't take it anymore!"
I think I know how he must have felt.
Yeah, if I hear this story one more time, I'm gonna be crying myself.
Don't you have any new stories?
Well, actually, that's why I'm here on Scabb Island. I'm on a whole new adventure.
Growing a mustache?
No, bigger than that.
A beard?
No, I'm in search of treasure. The biggest treasure of them all. A treasure so valuable and so well hidden that it haunts the dreams of every pirate on the seas.
You mean
Big whoop?
None other.
Then why'd you come here? There's no treasure on Scabb Island.
Well, I didn't know that before. Now I'm trying to charter a ship and look someplace else. When I return, I'll have riches galore and a whole new story.
Or you'll have died trying.
either way, we won't have to hear about LeChuck anymore.
They wouldn't know a good story if they heard one. Go on.
Ha! Those guys wouldn't know a good story even if they paid $50 for it.
That's what I said.
Big Whoop, I'll become a legend among pirates for generations to come. I can only charter a ship and get off this stinking island.
Probably. The Largo embargo, and who Largo is, you will see very soon, Fluffy Tails, as soon as this loading screen goes away. And just for this occasion, three-headed monkey! Anyway, let's go, yeah, bridge.
Where do you think you're going, fancy pants?
Over this bridge.
You ain't from these parts, are you? This
Yeah,
is
well.
a toll bridge. You gotta pay.
How much?
Who's gonna make me, shorty?
Tough guy, huh?
Help! Please!
Scream as loud as you want. There's no police on Scabb Island.
Then who eats the donuts and roughs up the transients?
I roughs up on these roughing up on this island.
Whoa!
Hey, you're loaded. This is my lucky night. Remember, wherever you go, on sea or on land, you can't ever hide from Lago Legret.
Nice rhyme. I'm not sure if he thought about that
Town. I guess I should have got those traveler's checks.
himself or if that was written by someone else. Anyway, we're going to take
I think I broke the sign.
this shovel, because screw not digging. Then we're going to go back to the beach because there is something we need, which is this stick. This stick is very important. This stick will make us go places. Secondly, I want to go back to Woodtake, and in my opinion we need a drink after the encounter with Largo, because after something like that you should always get a drink. It's just something that is my personal preference, you know. And we can talk to this lovely barkeep here and maybe we can get something to drink. Let's see. Let's talk to him.
Excuse me.
Yeah, boy?
Grog, please. Shaken, not stirred.
Maybe you'd like a Shirley Temple instead.
I'm old enough. Look at my beard.
Ha! That's the oldest trick in the book. Tell you what, I'll let you have some near grog. Doesn't have any alcohol in it, but it's just as nasty smelling and foul tasting as that stuff grown-ups drink.
Sounds good.
Right on.
Oh, wait, what am I saying? I just sold the last of it to Kate.
Rats.
Of course, if you have some ID,
Date.
I must have left my ID in my other pants.
you'll have to do better than that.
I'm
no
sorry.
ID, no service. It's the law. And let's just say I want to keep on the good side of it.
Why?
Because the law around here isn't the law at all. It's Largo. You know, I can mix any drink there is, make anything you could name, but I can't make the one thing that could really do this island some good.
What's that?
A voodoo doll of Largo LeGrand.
He's behind
You
you.
there.
Uh-oh.
Give me my usual and put it in a real glass.
What does he put it into normally? Do I want to ask?
Fork over the dough or you'll be serving Bloody Marys for a week. From your nose.
That's all I have.
Well, you better have more tomorrow, or we might have to move this stump to a new location. Like, say, the bottom of the ocean.
Boy, you just gave him all your money?
I don't want to talk about it.
Who would ever do that for that little guy? Come on, he's like short. Okay, he may be strong. Picked us up and nearly threw us off a bridge. Anyway, let's go in here because there's stuff we.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, good sir. Would you put down your monocle here? Thank you. Thank you very much. We also take from this pile of paper.
Where's my monocle?
I'm
Can't see
sorry.
anything without me monocle.
I'm sorry. I took thy monocle, and I'm not sorry. Not sorry at all. Next we go up here because there is a bucket we need.
Hey, leave that alone.
Why? This is your bucket.
Sorry, is this your bucket?
Well, no.
So you won't mind if I take it?
I guess not.
So why did you talk to me? I mean, you guys are cool and all, but wait. I could do something with you, can't I? Excuse me.
Excuse me?
Hello.
What is it?
A long time
Long
no see.
time no see.
Do we know you?
I'm Guybrush. You tried to sell me the minutes of a PTA meeting in the last game, claiming it was a map?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, really.
Why did you wake us up, Gorbush?
What happened to your leg?
It happened during a performance.
That's what we do for a living now.
You see, after our circus failed, we started a pirate catering business on nearby Fat Island.
The sacking lunch. It was quite lucrative.
Why aren't you still doing that?
The governor of the island made us an offer we, couldn't refuse. So, we sold him the business.
Okay.
What did you do with the money?
We sank the money into one of those newfangled glass-bottom boats
We wanted to take passengers on sightseeing trips.
and search for a place called Drinky Island in our spare time.
Boy, did we ever want to get there.
Aside from the obvious reason, we had inside information that Drinky was in fact the resting place of the legendary treasure of Big Whoop.
Big whoop. I'm looking for that too.
Well, I hope your luck is better than ours.
You see, we got a bit of a raw deal on the boat.
Seems the salesman didn't have any glass for the bottom, so he just left a gaping hole there.
By the time we noticed, we were taking on water, fast.
We ended up stranded on a tiny desert island.
How would you not notice that? Like, really? How did that boat even float in the first place? What?
When did we get to the performing part?
We met a philosopher on the island, and he told us something which changed our lives.
That you're a pack of loonies?
He told us that all the world is a stage and that we are merely players. So, we became performance artists.
When he lost the leg, Frank was brilliantly showing the inseparability of the path man walks from the food chain.
The symbolism of the cheese was essential. You know, this leg is looking sort of dingy. Would you get some polish over at the woodsmiths and polish it for me?
Sure.
Give me money for the polish.
Okay.
Thank you.
See you later.
We can scarcely contain our anticipation.
Yeah, don't be so sarcastic. Anyway, we're going to get that wood polish, and maybe we get some money for it? Could always be. And we need some money after Lago took everything. It's just our luck, I guess. Hello, Mr. Woodsmith.
Yeah?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
A woodchuck could chuck no amount of wood since a woodchuck can't chuck wood.
But if a woodchuck could chuck and woodchuck some amount of wood, what amount of wood would a woodchuck chuck?
Even if a woodchuck could chuck wood, and even if a woodchuck would chuck wood, should a woodchuck chuck wood?
Oh, shut up.
Hey, you started it.
True.
Could I buy some wood polish?
That's 1 piece of 8.
Thank you.
Anything else?
I'd just like to browse, thanks.
Okay. But don't touch anything.
Okay, I won't. I'll just go and leave you in pieces, and rest. I'll let you rest. That's what I wanted to say. Anyway, we got the wood polish. Now we're gonna wood polish some wood. Because that's why we're on this island, apparently. Pegleg.
Thanks. Here's a piece of 8 for your trouble.
Thank you. Oh, come on, do I really have to get it out every time?
Thanks. Here's a piece of 8 for your trouble.
I'll see you in a bit when I'm finished. I'm gonna do that a little more.
Thanks. I'd give you a piece of 8, but, I'm fresh out.
Alright, we got 19 pieces of 8 from polishing that guy's peg leg, and don't you try and do some naughty things with that. Whew, that took a long time, actually. Didn't think it would be that long. But it was! So hooray for us. Can we... no, you know what, actually. We are going somewhere else. We're going to the swamp. And at the swamp, we are first going to fill this bucket with mud.
Wow, a whole bucket of mud. And it's mine. All mine.
I got a bucket of mud, got a bucket of mud, and guess what is in there? Mud. And then we're going to drive to the location in this swamp. But, okay, you might have guessed who is living here. If you have watched the first part of Monkey Island, you might already know. We're going to take the string.
I'll just take a little.
But if you want to know who actually lives here, you have to come back in the next episode, and then I'm going to show you, Fluffy Tails. I hope you had fun watching this first episode. I'm gonna keep the episodes a little short on this one. We have one long game, one short game. That should be good. And yeah, I hope you come back in the next episode. And until then, I'll leave you with a hearty goodbye. Goodbye.